Ralph feels very upset about the mistakes the boys have made on the island. They had a chance to be rescued, but they missed it because they let the fire go out. Ralph wants things to improve, so he decides to have a meeting. He hopes that by talking about their problems, they can fix them and work together better. Ralph's goal is to make sure they keep the fire burning all the time, so they don't miss another chance to be rescued. Ralph starts the meeting by saying,
"We need an assembly. Not for fun, not for laughing and falling off the log."
Is this really happened? Ralph, looking worried, stood in front of all the boys in the meeting. He talked about how they all used to work well together when they first got to the island. He reminded them that they had a good plan for getting water using coconut shells, but now, Ralph told them, things are not going so well. He said that they stopped filling the coconut shells with water, and that the little kids are now drinking water straight from the river. Ralph seemed upset and wished things could go back to how they were when everyone was working together and following the rules. Ralph talked to the boys about the shelters they had built. He told them that the shelters were important because that's where most of them slept, except Sam and Eric. They didn't sleep there because they were up on the mountain keeping the fire going. He asked who had actually built them. At first, everyone said that they all did, but Ralph explained that this wasn't true. He said that many helped with the first one, but less with the second, and only he and Simon really built the last one, which wasn't very strong.
"We've all got to use the rocks again. This place is getting dirty. You hunters, you can laugh, but I tell you the smoke is more important than the pig."
Jack tells the boys that there's nothing to fear on the island. It's just their imagination causing the nightmares. He scolds them, calling them crybabies and sissies for being scared and not helping in hunting or building. Jack insists that he's explored the island and there's no beast. It's just their fears making them believe so. He urges them to be brave and not believe in imaginary beasts. Piggy reassures the boys, saying there's nothing to fear and encourages a scientific view of life. He suggests that fear doesn't exist unless it's the fear of people, causing a mixed reaction among the boys.
"In a year or two, when the war's over, they'll be traveling to Mars and back."
Piggy is saying that people are smart and capable of amazing things like space travel. He thinks their fear of a beast on the island is silly compared to what humans can achieve, and wants them to be more logical and brave.
Last night I had a dream, a horrid dream, fighting with things. I was outside the shelter by myself, fighting with things, those twisty things in the trees. I was asleep when the twisty things were fighting, and when they went away I was awake, and I saw something big and horrid moving in the trees.
You were asleep. There wasn't anyone there. How could anyone be wandering about in the forest at night? Did anyone go out?
It was me.
And you? What were you mucking about in the dark for?
I wanted to go to a place I know.
Simon admitted he was in the jungle at night, but didn't say exactly where. During the meeting, there was much debate about where the beast comes from. A boy said it comes from the sea, causing arguments. Simon suddenly stood up, suggesting there might be a beast, which made Ralph angry, causing him to tell Simon to shut up. Simon replied by saying,
"What I mean is, maybe it's only us."
Simon says this because he is trying to express that the beast the boys are afraid of might not be a real, external creature, but rather a reflection of their own inner fears and savagery. He suggests that the true beast is the darkness and capacity for evil within each of them.
We're English, and the English are best at everything.